Leo, how are you doing? Let's see what you need to know right now. What's coming towards Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements currently? Dead end. Okay. So, can't keep moving forwards in this direction. This isn't sustainable. This isn't working. What's at the bottom? The mask. Maybe you've been in denial, or you haven't fully been able to accept or see things 100%. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise, right? The mask and the thread. Something about this dead end, you may feel there's more to this. So yeah, this might not be a dead end the way that you and I both think it is, especially when this first came out. I was like, okay, it's like, it's finished, it's done, it's complete, you can't continue. But what if I said that there's a trail that you can follow? what if I said that there is a secret passage through this dead end that starts a new path, that starts a different because every ending's a new beginning. So something is telling me it's not a dead end. This isn't a dead end. The mask is saying, actually, that's what it appears to be, but it ain't. It ain't. There's still something holding on by a dear thread, just barely hanging on. But we actually have the one underneath that, and see, there's this illusion. Even the desert, right? Desert's hot. You can see a mirage. You think there's water in the distance. There's this pond. There's this lake in the distance, but it's just an illusion because the heat, the way it's reflecting, the way it's all, all that science shit. There's an illusion. This dead end, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. Okay. At least that's what I'm getting right now. We'll see what the tarot has to say, why this came through. For Leo. What's going on with Leo? It's making me think of the Jeff Buckley song, It's Never Over. There's something that's not over. Okay. Show me clearly. What's going on with Leo? The Tower. First card out. That's pretty extreme. Pretty extravagance. It's a whirlwind. Knight of Swords at the bottom. Wow. Show me clearly what's going on. We have Star reversed. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. It's almost like you've lost some sort of hope. Temperance reverse. My deck upside. It ain't. It ain't. But yeah, you feel like things are going against you right now. But this is about to turn around in your favor. Ace of Wands, High Priestess. What's at the bottom? The Chariot. Chariot, Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the World. You get a redo. But I am seeing that, okay, for some of you, if this is about a relationship, I have to throw this out there because I am seeing here Knight of Cups, the Magician, and the Lovers reversed. There could be some sort of outside influence, maybe even a third party sort of situation. I don't normally really read on that sort of stuff, but when I see it, I'm going to say it. When I see it, I'm going to say it. There is some sort of, either that or it's, there's something that keeps getting in the way. There's something that keeps you separated from what it is that you desire. You keep hitting this dead end, hitting a brick wall. But remember, it's an illusion. The mask. So, right now you may feel like spiraling, like everything that's happening right now is happening against you, happening outside of your control. Right now with the Tower, you're feeling like, oh my god, everything's a mess. This isn't what I had in mind. This wasn't what I had planned for. This isn't what I visualized. I feel like I'm just being pushed all over the place. It's a chaotic, messy time. What the heck do I do, Jade? Star in reverse. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling like, what's the point? The Star, sorry, I have a tickle on my nose. The Star in the reverse. There's a level of avoidance. There is a level of hiding or trying to like block it out, trying to ignore. It's literally like she's got hair covering her face. It's like, oh, if I just close my eyes, it's not there. And maybe that's a good approach. Maybe I'm not going to stop you from doing that, but it's kind of like when you're driving by a car accident, you don't really want to look, but you look anyways. It's sort of that. It's sort of that. That's what I'm getting from this. This is Scorpio and Aquarius energy, by the way. Boy, oh boy. Temperance in the reverse. This is where you could be really trying to push certain outcomes, trying to control a situation that's out of your hands. This could also represent something external from you and I don't know why I keep getting this little tickle on my nose, but there's nothing there. There's not even a hair, but it feels like there's something like, fuck off. Like, whatever energy that is, I rebuke. Get the hell out of my energetic space. You do not have permission. That's annoying. So yeah, that's literally temperance reverse. Like, there's something outside that is an influence or distraction, or it's creating an imbalance, and it is something that you may feel is very unfair, and you could be getting impatient or fed up or just irritated or annoyed. But you know what? This is creating this fire or this flame, or there's like something that's been ignited within you, right? Something here has been lit. A fire has been lit. And it's something internally here with the High Priestess, this deep inner knowing that you carry, that there's that strength that's saying, okay, you know what? There's still a thread. There's still something I'm connected to. This is the one, and I refuse to be told no. Or something, I don't know, there's something like that coming up here. Because I keep getting the Chariot at the bottom, right? This is energy of overcoming obstacles. This is energy of confidence. This is energy of pushing through, staying consistent, showing up. It's basically, you just got to fill up the gas tank, right? You're empty, you're running on empty, you're low on fuel. Star reverse, you're wanting to quit, you're wanting to give up. You're questioning, is this meant for me? Is this something that I should just give up on? And you're starting to fall victim to the external saying, nope, this ain't for you, or nope, you can't have it. Says who? Says who? So Ace of Wands, this is where you fill up that gas tank and you try again. And this is listening to your inner knowing. Ace of Wands, the High Priestess. This is following that inner guide and that spark, that ignition. And something saying, nope, we're going to keep going and I'm going to make this work. Three of Pentacles and the Chariot. So you might be planning to move. Maybe you've had some sort of obstacles when it comes to you moving, or maybe you're moving away from a person, but selling a property has been a struggle, or, you know, separating yourself from an environment, a workplace. You know, it's like there's something that kept on getting in the way. It's like the dead end, right? You're driving your car and then suddenly there's this tree that's fallen down in the middle of the road. It's like the show From, if you've seen that show From, it's a crazy ass show. It comes back in April. I'm so hyped for that. Off topic, but it's like there's these obstacles and you're like, what the heck? Why is this happening? But trust it's happening for you. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, it's happening for you always. Always. But so the Chariot and the Three of Pentacles, there's a way to make this work. There's a way to overcome this. And it's like, stick to the vision, whatever this vision is, whatever it is that you have been visualizing, imagining, playing out all these different scenarios, stick to that vision, stick to it. Don't lose sight of that vision. Something is becoming more, well, how would I say? Because when we look at this Page of Pentacles, we can see how a lot of this is like ideas. It's not actually, like, it's coming together slowly but surely, but this pentacle isn't solid. But it's showing that there's this, it's kind of like everything's aligning and slotting into place to get you to where you need to be, to get you to who you are, the version of yourself you need to be, the identity of yourself that you need to embody to be able to sustain whatever this thing is. So I'm seeing as well, this Three of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, your plans are changing, your expectations and your desires that you have regarding this thing is shifting and changing. And there are some things that you're clearing up, or like loose ends, right? With this Page of Pentacles and the World, there are some things that you have to wrap up, complete, deal with, tidy up before, maybe that's why you're experiencing some of these delays or setbacks or this dead end. It's because the universe is wanting you. The universe / you, your higher self, is telling you, before this, we gotta take care of XYZ. We need to deal with this now rather than later. Rather now than later, yeah. What else was at the bottom? Lovers reverse. So yeah, you might have to clear someone out of your energetic space. There may be someone who has like energetic tie towards you. Maybe their energy is lingering, you're picking up their energy, they're picking up yours. It's kind of like a telephone wire. You might keep falling back into the past or giving someone from your past a chance after chance after chance, especially if you have a lot of love for them. Anyway, something can't continue, or not in the way it has been going. Something's got to shift, something's got to change, something's got to improve. And I am seeing improvements, right? Chariot, Three of Pentacles, there are improvements. There's a new approach, and it's like the old way isn't bringing success. And if it did bring success in the past, that's not the way to go about it this new cycle. So anyways, let me look into the Tower. Splitting the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles and the World, which we just have. This has been happening so much lately. The double confirmation has been unreal, literally from splitting the deck. The Three of Pentacles and the World, which tells me a contract is ending. Like, it could actually represent a literal contract, right? And the dead end. You and another person going your separate ways. If this is about the people that you work with, certain colleagues, certain group settings, like I'm seeing you and others could be parting your ways. There's an energy also of like graduating or moving, like something has been completed. The Tower though does bring in like shakeups and surprises. So anyways, let me pull some on this. Tell me about the Tower for Leo. Wheel of Fortune. So no matter what, you can't avoid this. This is happening no matter what. This is for you, in your favor. We have the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. So if you're not going to make a choice, if you're not going to choose, if you're going to just stay put, the universe is going to push you. And I feel like that's what's happening here. You've been going inwards. We have the Hermit at the bottom. You've been doing a lot of deep contemplation, weighing out the possibilities. What about this? What about that? I don't know. So you've been in this state of indecision. So then the universe says, okay, well, if you're not going to do it, then we're going to do it. This is like you / your higher self saying, if you're not going to choose, if you're not going to make up your mind, we're going to start moving some pieces of the puzzle, and that's going to make you choose. It's going to help you see things a bit more clearly. Star reversed. Why is the star in the reverse here? Star reversed for Leo. Queen of Swords. So this is like a level of detachment. This is where we're looking at the facts. We're looking with logic and reason. Five of Wands is at the bottom. So you're like seeing certain things, obstacles, challenges that have been getting in the way. King of Pentacles, which is us being practical and reasonable and more logical. And what's at the bottom? Two of Pentacles, again, twos, choices, options, decisions. You're like weighing things out. So Star in the reverse, Queen of Swords, and King of Pentacles. If this is about a person here, this is about looking at their character. And then when I said character, I heard character flaws. Now we all got flaws. We all got our imperfections. We all, we're human. We got our shadow side. But so this is where you could be taking a look at someone's character and who they are, who they say they are versus who they show up to be, their actions. King of Pentacles does represent someone who's stable, reliable, trustworthy, consistent, hardworking. They're a very successful person in terms of business. They're a really great father figure. They're a good partner, a good friend. Masculine energy. Queen of Swords, she's very logical. She's super smart. She pays attention to the details. She's a very good communicator. So these could be just two aspects of you, or this is energy of you and someone interacting. But the Star in the reverse may be bringing an element of like, who are you really, right? If we look back at the mask, right, you might be like questioning someone's integrity or questioning like, is this the real version of you, or is this something that you're hiding? Like Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Hangman. So if this is about your feelings towards someone, or however you're feeling about this situation, it's fluctuating. It continues to keep changing. One day you feel this, the other day you feel that. It's like you're in this deep contemplative mode, Hangman, and you're You're just doing a lot of thinking, a lot of feeling. And your feelings are constantly changing. Or again, temperance in reverse, maybe there's something external from you that has influence or is manipulating you to react or feel in a certain way. And is it even in relation to you? Does that actually resonate with who you are and how you see yourself? Or you're feeling triggered. You're like, this isn't how I normally am. I don't normally act this way. But this is bringing me out into my shadow side, my this different character. Like, perhaps that's what this is. Let's see. Temperance reversed. There's something that has a pull on you, though. Strength. And no matter how much you try to resist it. Look, temperance on the bottom. Temperance, but it's upright this time. You're trying your best to resist this or to not give your power away. We have Ace of Pentacles and then Judgment. So, and then Fool at the bottom. So it's kind of saying like, it's a challenge for you to not give in to this outside influence, to the noise, to the distractions, to other people's energies tugging at yours or having this effect on you. It's a bit of a challenge. You might give in a little bit, but for the most part, Ace of Pentacles, Strength, Judgment tells me that you are embodying a new version of yourself. It's taking a lot of strength. It's taking a lot of patience. It's taking a lot of mental strength, mental awareness, a lot of conscious effort, right? Different habits, different style of routine, having to really show up differently and stable, but you're making it work, or you're doing it, right? We see at the Fool at the bottom, which tells me that you are embracing, you're embracing this. You're letting this tower fall. You're embracing this change. You're embracing this shift. If it's a dead end, right? You're like, okay, I embrace this transition. I embrace this period of my life. Let's see, the Fool, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. There's still something about what we talked about at the beginning, or with the bottom of the deck, where it's like there's some loose ends from your past, or it seems like there's an energy of something resurfacing. Or did I say that in your reading or someone else's reading? Fuck, I already forgot. Or like with Hangman, different approach, Ace of Cups, and we were saying your emotions about something or someone is changing quite quickly. But it does look like taking a step back down memory lane or someplace familiar, or it's reviving old emotions, old memories, old experiences. Maybe this is someone that you have some history with here, right? And Judgment can bring up reconciliations. It can bring up second chances and reunions. Ace of Pentacles and Judgment. This could be permanent, or this could be long term. Could this be you trying to sway certain energies to manifest a specific outcome? Possibly. Let's see, Ace of Wands. Right? If you're like, if we go back to the dead end and we were saying, okay, this is over, but you're like, it's never over. And you're like, nope, there's something else behind this mask. I know that there's still a thread. There's still a thread. There's still an attachment. There's still a connection. This isn't the end. And so if we look back with the Tower, Star reverse, Temperance reverse, you're like in denial, be like, nope, this tower's still standing. This tower is still mine. This tower, I'm still standing. I'm ignoring what's in front of me. I'm gonna block it out. Not my reality. It's not true. That's fake. I don't know. Is that what you're doing? Comment down below if that's what you're doing. Because that's another way I'm looking at this. And I'm just like, interesting. Ace of Wands. Why is Ace of Wands here for Leo? We got 10 of Cups. Okay, right? Choosing to focus on the good. We got the 4 of Cups. Okay. I guess I'm pulling another one. Ace of Wands for Leo. It is the Page of Swords. Chariot at the bottom, double confirmation. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I'm saying. Ace of Wands with the 10 of Cups. First of all, this is that fire that's been ignited, and this is where we're focusing on what we desire, focusing on our wish, focusing on what feels the best, feels the greatest. This is the happy home, the happy life, happy, fulfilling relationships. You have all that you want, all that you need. What else is there to want? You got it. It's yours, simply. And then it's interesting because we go from the 10 of Cups to the 4 of Cups, which is like that energy of wavering of I have it, no I don't. I have it, no I don't. I have it, no I don't. Like, and what was the other card? Fuck. Oh, it was the Page of Swords. So, when we bring these two cards together, it's that heightened awareness that, okay, physically, we may be like, all right, I don't really see it. Like, logically, I don't really see it. But there's that inner knowing, High Priestess. There's that inner knowing, be like, just because I can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it isn't mine. The 3D just is a little bit slower to catch up with our manifestations. So, 4 Cups and the Page of Swords. Now, could this be saying you're coming into different information or news that comes in, and maybe you were, looking at glass half empty, and you're like, I don't know, I'm not really super positive about this. I'm having my doubts. But then this news that comes in is like, boom, that cup we're seeing, the way that flew out of my hand, that cup we're seeing in the distance, guess what? It's the 10 of Cups. It's bringing you everything that you want and more. So, in the meantime, I think I just read for Libras. They had a similar message in their reading. In the meantime, instead of focusing on these 3 cups, being like, oh, it's just 3 cups. I'm not happy. It's not good enough. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Cherish those 3 cups, because guess what? More is coming. More is coming. More is on the way. So if your future self could tell you, hey, Leo, that thing that you want, that thing that you're obsessing about, you don't need to worry about it. It's yours. I have it. So chill the fuck out. Stop overthinking. Stop stressing. You'd probably be like, okay, cool. It's like knowing the end of a movie, and as you're watching the movie, you're like, is this character gonna die? Oh my God. But if you knew how the movie ends, you wouldn't be worrying or stressing. You'd be like, yep, I already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna let the story unfold and let it play out. So don't worry about the middle. Just focus on the end, sort of. Because the 10 of Cups, that is the end, right? The end, but it's a happy ending. So if you're not at the end, if you don't have the happy ending, it's because you're not at the end. Does that make sense? I'm sure it does. For whoever this is for, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Chariot, King of Swords, and the Devil. This kind of looks like an energy of pushing through those, like, we could call them demonic thoughts. Even the obsessions, even the need to control or have all the answers. King of Swords confronting his shadow side, his toxic nature, his controlling nature, his sharp attitude, his arrogance, his entitlement. Like, King of Swords, his shadow side. It's kind of like you're confronting this part of yourself that used to have some sort of control or power or like dominate you in some sort of way. It's like you're taming the beast, basically. And you're creating space, or you're creating distance. You're not allowing old version, old identity of yourself or old experiences to stop you. I'm seeing like, a car that has like a boot on the, is that it? Is that what it's called? I don't know. I've never had this happen for me. So, but like when your car has been impounded or whatever, it's like locked up, or there's a chain around it or whatever. It's like you're clearing that attachment that's been preventing you from progressing. Something like that, right? Okay. High Priestess. What's your intuition trying to tell you about everything that's going on? High Priestess for Leo. Empress. Again, when you plant a seed, you don't reap the fruits the day you plant the seed, right? That's whatever that fucking saying is. You don't reap the rewards the day you initiate, the day that you start something new. You're not going to see instant results. And most things where you do see instant results, it's not long lasting, it's not sustainable, it's not going to be permanent. Or it's like, if it is something like that, well, what? It's like you're cutting your hair, okay, that's permanent, but you know what I fucking mean, right? The day you plant the seed, not normally the day you reap the fruit. So, Empress is saying here, oh, we're growing. There's development. There's this expansion taking place. There's this new life that's in the process of being created. A new experience. Although it might be a little painful, right? 3 of Swords at the bottom. Might feel a little painful, a little uncomfortable. Nothing that will break you. We got the Devil. that's where that temptation be like, oh, but what if, Leo? But what if this isn't it? What if this doesn't grow? What, you know? 9 of Cups at the bottom. So, you know, talking about pregnancies, whether that is literal or not, but when a woman's pregnant, the things that she consumes, the things that she eats, the outside influence, her environment has a direct effect on the baby's well-being, as well as her well-being, of course, but the baby's well-being. So as these seeds that you've planted are growing, you have to continue to nourish them, take care of them. That devil that creeps on out, whether that be the past, whether that be something external from you, a person saying, nope, that's not possible, Leo, be realistic, or something that's trying to control you, or fear monger, or make you fall back into the old ways, make you give up your power, make you, question yourself. Don't give away your power. And most of this is just internal or subconscious. So be intentional of what you're feeding yourself at this time. 9 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Be choosy, be selective, be discerning. Choose what feels good, choose what lights you up, choose what empowers you, and ignore the rest, right? So kind of like what we were saying before, just block it out. Star in the reverse, block it out. All right? Hey, that's what I'm seeing, Normally, if other messages would come through, I'd be like, you need to confront this. But I'm kind of getting the opposite today. All right, Chariot and the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see how you're going to make this work. I got to wrap this up soon. Chariot, 3 of Pentacles. Like, you're making improvements. You're making necessary improvements here and adjustments. 8 of Swords. And this is about the mind. You're making adjustments and improvements towards your mind. You might be getting some sort of therapy or help, or seeing someone that can help get you free. Page of Cups. Yeah, so don't be afraid to ask for help or reach out to someone that you can lean on, or someone for guidance, emotional support even. Page of Cups and the Queen of Wands and the 8 of Cups reverse. You could be returning to something here. What is this? Something familiar, because we have a 10 of Pentacles underneath the 8 of Cups reverse. So returning to some sort of foundation, a place, an environment, a person that brings a level of comfort or like trust here. Returning back to your roots, returning to your foundation. So what you're improving, what you're going to continue to work through, it most likely is just your thoughts, your perception, and your attitude, and seeing through the fear, seeing through the illusion. So sometimes our mind be playing tricks on us. All right, Page of Pentacles and the World. This is maybe where you're visualizing something coming to an end. So again, whether this is about you leaving a toxic work environment or a relationship or moving, it's like this is where you need to continue to keep focusing on the end. Focus on the end, what that vision looks like, end of the story. What does that look like? How does it feel? Taste it, visualize it, imagine it as clearly as possible. Describe it in the way that you desire it to unfold. Page of Pentacles and the World for Leo. I'm hearing like get out of jail card. Okay. Page of Pentacles and the World for Leo. And that flew the fuck out. And it's the Queen. Oh, sorry, just kidding. It's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands for me, I always see it as like good news. It's hope. It's optimism. It's play. It's inspired action. Look, 2 of Pentacles at the bottom. Harmonious change is what it says. I didn't even notice that these cards had words at the bottom. I never really paid attention to that. Besides, Page of Wands doesn't have, it's just Princess of Wands. Harmonious change, yeah? Damn right. And 10 of Pentacles, wealth. Okay. See, so I see you coming into wealth. Harmonious change still at the bottom. I see you're coming into new levels of wealth, of recognition, of success, stability. I'm seeing moving for some of you, selling a property for some of you. Some of you are buying a house, or, I'm seeing like a significant change in your physical reality. And it's like, there's this hope and there's this excitement and there's this passion, and you're just like so pumped and you're so glad you didn't give up. You're so glad you didn't feed into the fears or the illusions or the doubts or the worries or the what ifs. Like, you just really got out of your own way, and boom, everything's happening and unfolding in your favor. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Look at you graduating, moving up to the next level. And I'm also seeing something coming in about love. We have a Knight of Cups to a Queen of Cups. So I am seeing here there is a connection that you may be dealing with right now, or someone in the near future you might be connecting with. And I am seeing potential for something long-term or long-lasting. All right, so that should be something to look forward to. It looks like it's also being reciprocated. How you feel about them, they feel the same way about you, and it's slowly but surely developing, and there's like a lot of harmony. Yeah, good stuff. Improvements in your money and your finances, paying off some debts, seeing here, you know, your skills, your resources, just like amplifying, expanding on that, and yeah, you thriving, my friend. You're doing amazing. So whatever this end is, this dead end, this isn't the end. It's actually the beginning of your new life. So it's a mask, right? It's an illusion. Initially you're like, oh fuck, my life is over. Oh fuck, this is doomed. Oh my God. No, babe, we just getting started. That's just an illusion. Take the mask off. You see a new way, a new life, a new experience, and you can start again. And this is leading you to the one and only. Okay? All right. Okay. I'm gonna leave your reading here. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Private readings are available in the description box. You can find me over on my Instagram and my TikTok at JadeStoneTarot. And I will see y'all later. Have a great day. And bye-bye.